it's Jay. Okay, so today's video is gonna be a good one. I think I found a dupe for Ani, okay? Those of you, and I'm just gonna jump right in, those of you who don't know, Ani is a brand, a Turkish brand, and it is a spicy green vanillic fragrance with a little bit of black currant that stays juicy, but the vanilla in here is what people talk most about. It is a very thick, sweet, and I would say creamy, custardy type vanilla, okay? When you spray Ani, there's a freshness to it, I think because of the green. So the greenness in here is kind of, well, there's ginger, so that gives a spicy effect to it. But it's also like a green type piney green. That's the type of green that I get in here with some black currant. I'm gonna go ahead and spray it right here. That way you guys get it. But it feels fresh in the beginning is what I'm trying to say. But you can feel that vanilla starting to want to come up with the black currant, and it's just so beautiful. It feels like a very natural, like you're outdoors, like you are experiencing nature. Like I said, a very green, slightly spicy, but fresh at the same time. There's some musk to this fragrance as well that I'm picking up. This is just a beautiful fragrance, but you do have to like a green vanilla, okay? So I have had some I want to say Nishane fragrances. I have been trying Lattafa fragrances outside of the ones that I purchased at first, and I still am going to present to you guys and experience those together. But because they weren't opened, I wanted to see what some more Lattafas were about, so I'd have something to open on my time. And so I went ahead and purchased a few more. And there is one that definitely has been keeping my attention because of the vanilla, okay? The vanilla feels very thick, similar to the Nishane, very thick and creamy, but it comes through more punchy, definitely. I'll go ahead and present it to you right away. This is Lattafa Nasheed. And this is from their, there we go. Pride, Lattafa Pride. Now this bottle is a killer, definitely. It's heavy. The top has that, it's reminiscent of Amouage with the little jewel here. It says Lattafa at the top. So Lattafa Pride, and it's heavy, 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 heavy. This fragrance, when I first sprayed it, I felt it was slightly masculine. It very punchy, so it's peppery when you first spray it. That pepper comes through, and you know, the notes, the association wouldn't be direct because the notes are very different, excuse me, in these two fragrances, the listed notes, but the overall effect, that vanilla, you can feel it right away, more so than in the Ani. Now, I feel it in the Ani. I don't get any of the black currant with the Nasheed, but the vanilla, I feel like there's a stronger dose of vanilla in the opening of this fragrance. So peppery, creamy vanilla. I initially wanted to say that it was a peppery, ambery vanilla fragrance, but the more I tested it, I identified, you know, that spiciness, the fresh green that that's in the Ani, and the more I thought about it, that's when that association came to mind, and I had to grab Ani. I said, no way, I haven't heard anybody really talk about a dupe for Ani, so if I'm wrong, let me know, you know, leave it in the comments. Maybe I just missed it. But when I got that association, I tried them out yesterday, and I said, man, this is definitely so similar. The Nasheed comes through, like I said, more punchy, more like coming in the room, speaking loudly, but it definitely starts to dry down quickly. It settles down. So I feel like these Ani, you know, starts off a little bit fresher and grows as far as the vanilla, and the way these fragrances meet is more so in the middle, as far as the similarities. So again, I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I'm just trying to make it organized in my head. This fragrance is more punchy, more full, more bold in the opening, so you get more of the vanilla, the spices, the pepper is probably the most dominant note when you spray this fragrance. And again, I felt like this was masculine, but not so much as it dried down. I felt like it was more smooth, more creamy, more vanillic and green. No black currant in here, but as it dries down, it smooths out and it softens. The Ani is more green, more fresh, a little bit spicy, and has that black currant note, so a little bit more fruity and juicy upon the first spray. And the vanilla definitely develops and becomes stronger as the Ani develops on your skin. So the Nasheed, I feel like it loses steam. It definitely runs out of steam as it is drying down. And this fragrance really only lasts about maybe 2 or 3 hours before it becomes a very close skin scent, okay? You're not gonna get a lot of projection out of this. Whereas Ani, I feel like it projects, and it definitely blooms and, you know, gives that cloud, that feeling of a beautiful cloud around you. But then a sheet, you're definitely gonna have to reapply it. The Ani obviously is the more expensive fragrance. I have seen it on discounter sites, the gray market, for probably about $100 for a tester. This fragrance, the Nasheed, is about $35. I got mine from Triple Traders. I'm not sure where else you can get it from, but you know, go ahead and do your research online. $34 versus $100 fragrance, or more. You know, it starts at $100 for a tester, I think. But definite similarities. The differences I feel are in the development and the performance, but the smell is definitely there. They're very similar fragrances. So have you guys had any experience? Do you have any experience with Nasheed? Let me know in the comments, and let the people know what your experience is in the comments. And if you feel it is similar to Ani, do you guys still love Ani? Is this something that you're still checking for this season? Clearly I need to wear mine more. I mean, I've sprayed it, but this is definitely a beautiful green vanilla fragrance with some black currant in it, so some fruitiness. I think that's it for today. That's all, but I definitely wanted you to have an alternative because I didn't feel like there was one out there. I don't know of one. I haven't heard of one. But that's me, that's today, and that's what I have for you today. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Love, Jay. Bye-bye.